Hello YouTube, welcome back to another game of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. We are going to have a special one for you guys. It's actually going to be a first time on the Vaipo community, and this one is actually going to be on a new map. So this map is not in the official ladder right now. It is indeed just a ladder, just a map that's available there, I suppose. I don't really know if this was a ranked game or not, I mean a ladder game, but this is two Grandmaster players, so definitely I suppose can consider this similar to a ladder game. So let's have a look. We've got ourselves Winter StarCraft, or WinterSC, who is a super popular streamer. He is super cool and he is a very high level player, and his opponent is going to be Serral, who is a professional player from my Insanity. So let's see what we've got here. We've got a Terran versus Protoss. Let's quickly observe our map. So this map is called Avex Detox. So it's not a map I'm familiar with, so I do apologize for having a bit of knowledge gaps in terms of how this map plays out. But it is going to be a new one, and I have had a quick look to see how exactly it works. So looking at the map, it seems to be that the bases, they're very linear. So if you look here, you've got no way to enter the base through this part. You have to go through natural to enter the base, which is similar to maps we're familiar with. But after this, you're going to notice that it's exactly the same over here. So you have a third base that you need to break through. So essentially, if you decide to break in here or to build a bunch of defenses here, then at that point your opponent will not be able to break into your base unless he goes either air units or does some sort of drops. He just won't be able to break through with just straight up aggression if you have good enough defenses. So it's a strange map. I haven't ever seen it before. Maybe it's something from, I don't know, Heart of Swarm or something like that, but I definitely am not familiar with it, so it's going to be something cool to cast, and hopefully I will see some other new maps. I mean, Blizzard at the moment is very overdue on actually creating new maps themselves, because I mean, this season there has been no remake on the map pool, even though I think that some maps are definitely needing to go. I mean, Orbital Shipyard is a long-time favorite, but it is one of the oldest maps in the pool. In fact, I think it is the oldest, so it probably is on the way out. After that, we've got ourselves Central Protocol, which I think a lot of people just avoid at all costs because it just favors Zerg too much. There's too many open areas, and I think that Terran and Protoss just don't like to play on that map. So that is probably going to go next. And after that, it's kind of a hard call. I mean, Lerlac Crest is something that is a map that a lot of people avoid as well. It does, again, favor Zerg in my opinion. But hey, you know, different playstyles, different players, and different outcomes. So let's see what this Reaper is going to do. Probably not a whole lot. I mean, this is just the expansion. Gonna start taking a little bit of damage from this Adept, and I think he's going to be warded off just fine here. But at the same time, the Reaper is much faster, so of course he will be able to dodge and basically do whatever he wants against this Reaper. In fact, he can drag it out and then just go around it, but it doesn't look like WinterSC is being any bit stupid about it. He knows this is exactly what his opponent wants to do. Just basically drag him out of the map or out of the base and see what he can do to his mineral line. So as you can see, we do have ourselves the 1-1-1 build coming down from Serral, so going for the typical play here, probably going to bring out a Medevac and maybe even Widowmine straight afterwards, or rather at the same time, to basically do a 1 Widowmine 6 Marine drop. Or he might just do something a bit more different, but honestly I wouldn't be surprised. Ooh, putting out the reactor here. That's interesting. So double Liberators instead coming out here. That's definitely an interesting choice and not something that I expected when I saw so many Marines over here. So it looks like he's bringing out more Marines out of the barracks. He's got nothing on the factory, but he does indeed have the 2 Liberators on the way. Now, I did see that there was an Oracle on the way as well. Let's have a quick look at that. There it is. And then following that up with Phoenixes. So I wonder, did he see the starport? No, he did not. So he's not aware of the starport at all. So this is just blind guessing right now. And here's the Oracle. Unfortunately for Serral, not actually prepared for it. Does have a few Marines, but Marines not great against Oracles, unless of course the Oracle just lets it destroy it straight out, which would not be the smartest of ideas. This Oracle at this point out of energy, but it did kill off quite a number of workers, 7 workers in total, making that Oracle definitely worth its own cost. Now this seems a little bit overkill in terms of using units on the watchtower, but as you can see at the moment, obviously the Liberator is going to be on the way. Where's the second one actually? So they're moving in from both sides, and as you can see here, there's actually Phoenixes on both sides as well. So once these two set up, they will be in a little bit of trouble if they don't get microed correctly. So here we go, double Phoenixes going onto one, the other one is on the other side here, so just about to set up, and looks like the Liberator has been destroyed at this point. And let's see, this one has killed off just one probe, and at this point is also going to get taken out here. So the Liberator's unfortunately not doing a whole lot of damage, or at least as much as Serral would have liked to do. So a little bit unfortunate for him, but of course he did disrupt mining for about a minute or so, which I suppose pays off for one of those Liberators. Looks like Serral is following up with a bunch of Marines, 2 medevacs also coming out. So probably going to do a little bit of a standard play here. Viking is also over here, not putting it to patrol. It's just basically sitting there, probably waiting for the Oracle to come around again. Because the Oracle will not be able to escape very easily from the Viking. Ooh, now this is definitely an interesting tactic to be using on this map. Because of this long winded tunnel, since Marines, Marauders and I suppose siege tanks that aren't being lifted off would be forced to come through all of this, putting this down could actually give him a good advantage if he manages to essentially capture a few of those Marines. So to be honest, I am enjoying this map. I do like the layout of it. I think that this long tunnel is a little bit of a strange one, if you ask me. It just seems to be a little bit of a hit and miss, or so to speak. And this base is super risky. I mean, this is definitely a risky one to have, because you've got yourself so much potential for harassment from the back of those vents. What is this? Looks like it's a proxy Stargate. Oh, my mistake. That's actually the Stargate that was placed originally. I didn't actually spot that it was going down. Here we go. Now this status ward not quite being used to the best. Probably would have been better to put it around here, just so it catches any auto-moving unit. The one thing that this will, however, reveal is when there's going to be another expansion coming out. So obviously this is something that Winter wants to know about, so he can punish it accordingly. So StarCraft 1 music in the background. I hope you're enjoying that, guys. Make sure to leave it a thumbs up for that. That is a super cool track, and brings back a lot of good memories of playing StarCraft 1 back when I was about, 7 or 8 years old. That's when I actually started. In fact, it was even younger. I think it was 6 or 7. So I was super young at that point. Oh no, this status ward is just so unlucky. Not catching out anything. The only thing, of course, is how much does it see? Not a whole lot. But here we go, the big drop here. There's Marines and Marauders stimming up as well. There's a bunch of Adepts here, a few Immortals, and of course, these... Oh, this is not good. Phoenixes are in the air. They are going to start taking those out, but of course, dropping them down is going to force the Phoenixes to move away. And they are safe for now. There is an observer here as well. I wonder, does he see that? It's very difficult to see that, but it might be worth using a scan if he is aware of it. So he's putting down those status wards quite nicely, I think. It's good positioning, and there we go, managing to catch out a few of those with the status ward. Now, unfortunately, he is too far away to actually do anything about it, and he needs his Phoenixes here. So as you can see, level 2 weapons on the way for Serral, for bio units. Level 2 for ground units on Winter's side. So both players obviously going for the upgrades right now, worrying that they're gonna get not just outnumbered, but of course outgunned. Level 2 shields also on the way, or level 2 armor rather. And there we go, this is what I was talking about. This is such a risky position because your units can just freely nuke away from here, and it's so hard to actually spot this going down. It looks like there was one feedback down on one of the medevacs, getting that taken out pretty much immediately. Second drop is going to be happening inside the base. It's going to be a while before Winter can actually get his units into there. Looks like there was a High Templar here to feedback on the other the other medevac, and this getting cleaned up now. So this was actually quite well handled, I have to say. Destroying those medevacs simply by using feedback on them is quite a clever move. I mean, they do have, when they're fully loaded up or fully energied, is that correct term? No, when they have full energy, basically, their feedback will do one-shot them at that point. So let's see, looks like Winter is moving across the map. He's recognizing his advantage. He's destroyed his opponent's harassment. He knows there's a base here, so this is a little bit of a vulnerable time for Serral. He hasn't been building attacking units during this time, so he could make use of this. Let's see what it's going to do. There's a lot of Liberators here. There's 4 in total. So if he manages to put Liberator circles down on that ramp, that'll definitely start very quickly destroying units on his opponent's side. Putting down the reveal, so he's obviously going to see exactly what's going on with this army. Now, I like the way there's 2 ramps here. This means that the Liberators are not entirely broken in this map, because of course having a tight choke like this, just one choke, would be stupidly hard to actually get into. So as you can see, Winter has already got 4 full bases. Sorry, this one is actually not complete. I thought it was a while ago, put down a little bit earlier, but looks like not. And he is backing out now at this point. 115 to 115 supply. Very close. Looks like he's getting himself a Liberator range upgrade as well. So potentially going to see a few more Liberator plays here. As you can see, he's building 3 more. So I think that what he needs to do right now to fight off this Protoss army is just put down the circles and take out as many units as possible, and they just go straight all in. Now, this is not a good catch here for Winter. He's getting caught out with all of his units that can actually fire at air. That is really, really bad for him right now. And oh, interesting enough, if Serral would have went up against him there, he would have easily killed him off. I mean, realistically, he was stuck there for a while. But here we go. Let's see the Adepts going straight up against this. He's not too scared, even though he should be. He's only got 69 to 120 supply, but that, of course, a lot of it is actually still in production. A nice round here, and I think that WinterSC is going to get destroyed here. Is it going to be a GG? 35 supply to 115, despite the fact that he's got 1 extra base working. Correction, does he? No, he doesn't. So he's actually got... Serral is actually doing fine. He's actually got himself a 4th base operational here, whereas Winter has not actually transferred probes over here yet. And he's got a way oversaturation here. This is a huge blunder right now. But then again, he's got so many minerals. He definitely needs to start making use of them before his opponents makes it down here. I mean, 62 to 127. The army supply is so heavily favoring Serral right now. And that is a stupid amount of Liberators. I mean, it's just so difficult to move against Liberators when you've got so many. That's 1 building destroyed here. Not the Nexus, not quite reaching it. But I think he'll be able to take out that Nexus quite easily if he just moves up against it. All he needs to do, I think, is push. And I think that if he destroys this Nexus, that'll probably be game right there. I mean, I think that this game was lost when that huge surround was going down, when he got all of his anti-air units caught out. But he obviously thinks that he still has a chance in some form of way. 82 supply to 133. Serral getting himself level 3 bio weapons and armor. And this is as good moment as it'll get. But the Liberator circles, they're going to start taking out so many units. There's a lot of Psionic Storms going down. Is he going to have enough to take out the Liberators? No, he is not. And GG has been called. So GG, good luck. And Winter StarCraft is destroyed in this matchup. So I hope you have enjoyed that game. That was pretty action-packed, and I really like that map. That was epic cool. I definitely have to see if I can find more maps like this, and especially the fact that Blizzard might be remaking maps shortly, so hopefully we're going to have some diversity in the ladder map pool, and I'll bring those to you as soon as I have them. So that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget again to leave the video a thumbs up if you haven't done so already, and of course subscribe if you want to see more of my content. Good luck, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.